sometime, maybe.
Six. What do you want for Christmas? And of course, my internet has decided it's 8 o'clock. I'm gonna suck. How are you, McMurray?
We are not too bad. McMurray's not doing too bad.
There you go.
Nord's getting after it. It's good to see everybody in the comments. We got Charles, Nord, and Dougie already, so it's a good time. They're just rolling around. But we're doing good.
Charles came in,
like halfway through, reading through. Finally made it to Office Depot and whatnot to print a physical copy of Ocean Thunder. So we're red penning, going through, trying to figure out. Need to play a few more games to iron out a couple things that might need clarification or questions, but it's awesome, man. Yeah.
Cool.
I don't know if I disappeared or what.
I will be. I'll be glad to hear what you got to say. So I can make the changes necessary.
I mean, we've had a fair amount of brain talk or think tanking on a lot of different stuff already. I mean, there's unfortunately for you, the McMurray fingerprints are all over that rule set already, but
sure.
Yeah. No, I like. I'm excited to look at it and read over it some more. I like what you did with damage control crews. So far, what I've read. Again, I've read over it, or I've read chunks several times, just reading it on a screen. But as you know, screens and I aren't the best friends, so.
Right.
Certainly needed a physical copy.
Okay. So Charles came in early. Buenos noches, amigos. Buenos noches, Senor Charles. Nord says the answer is what I want for Christmas is simple. Answer is Anna Kendrick. Wouldn't be bad. And then he's greeting Charles. Charles responds back. Nord says, if Anna Kendrick cannot be procured, I'll accept Emily Kinney or Kirsten Crook. Greetings and salutations to you, Sir Chuck. Excuse me. And my internet is just absolute dog crap right now. I'm gonna try something here. Hold on 1 second, guys. Hopefully this doesn't mess things up too badly.
Hey, welcome to the McMurray Show, where we're going to talk about all kinds of cool stuff. I don't actually know if Chris can get back into this. So that ought to be entertaining. First topic. Dear world, you're welcome for Lend-Lease. The ass kissing can start now. Just saying. Some other stuff. What else chaps my ass? That's a big one recently. There's been a real unhealthy smattering of just nonsense regarding World War II. A lot of people asking questions, talking about goofy shit. No, unfortunately, the Tiger and the King Tiger couldn't win the war. Obviously not. Sorry. No, the Zero wasn't the greatest fighter that ever existed.
All right.
Obviously. Oh, Chris is back. Hey, what's up?
Doing good.
We totally weren't talking shit on a lot of other countries. It's all good.
So I switched my internet to my iPhone. So shouldn't have the problems we were having before. Okay. Telemachus is in the house. 57 genders and nothing to wear. The boss. Go on, buddy. So, not quite sure who the boss is. Is it
Bruce Springsteen?
Bruce Springsteen? I don't remember that line in a song, but hey, I'm not a Springsteen fan, so. Nordic says, Telemachus, do you know what a cow says in Soviet Russia? Musky comrade. There you go.
Jesus.
Dougie Fresh is in the house. How you doing, Bunkhouse Doug? Then Charles says, I just pulled out the rules for episode 1 of the Doomsday Project, the Battle for Germany. Compass, no guarantees. And then we're arguing about time, as what time it is. Nord thinks it's 9. Charles thinks it's 6. Guys, it's 8 o'clock. Just saying.
Fair. Oh man, everybody's hopping on. We got Walkabout. Chris is hopping on. Gamers with Coffees. Scarlet Gremlin. Devin the OG hopped on. Your brother hopped on. That's pretty much it, Jay.
He makes the best point.
Yeah.
Most important general is General Motors and General Mills, because you got to feed them.
Yeah, pretty much, Jay. I had somebody go on this 5-minute diatribe about how the World War II German military was the most technologically advanced and, terrifying military that's ever been around. And I was like, first off, powerful and all this other nonsense. And it's one of those. First off, the American military of the exact same time. Once you hit 1941, sorry, it's over. Somebody was bitching today, if it was just Germany and Britain in World War II, the Germans totally would have won. First off, your entire premise is just incredibly problematic, because how the fuck are they going to fight? Anyways, we're not doing that. We're talking about what we want for Christmas.
So, before we dive into that, I am going to show off what I worked on this last week.
Rich Keenan, what's up? Oh, nice. I saw those. Yeah.
So these are my Minotaur proxy ogres, or my ogre proxy minotaurs. I'm not quite sure how to word them, to give you an idea of size comparison. I've got my crossbowman standing here next to him. So yeah,
nice.
They're fairly good sized. In Hybrid News, I'm printing and placing in Sheet Protectors Quadrant 13. That is the Too Fat Lardy's sci-fi game that is similar to I Ain't Been Shot, Mom, if I remember correctly.
I believe so. It's been a while since that game got any love, but I believe you are correct.
Yeah. So
they just put out a new game, Midgard, maybe.
I hadn't noticed. I didn't see, but yeah. And then he says once that's done, it's back to 10mm ghouls, and he likes the Minotaurs. Thank you, Jay. I appreciate that. We are going to have a couple of games of War Master at CJ3 in January. Joel wants to do a tournament. I'm not quite sure I want to, focus everything on War Master. We might. I don't know.
We'll War Master tournament?
Yeah. At CJ3. And he's got plenty of armies. If you don't have an army, he's got plenty of armies.
No, I just have no idea how the hell to play War Master, which makes
do you know how to play Blitzkrieg Commander?
Not really, kind of, but
It's
I would
essentially the
imagine that
same.
even if who knows?
I'm more inclined to have like just a big battle with everybody on the table, having an army and going at it. Um, my brother says Joel, Copeland, and Burke are going to workshop some big little 40K.
Oh,
So there you go.
holler if
Yeah,
they holler. Tell them to holler. I've got a bunch of. Are you talking about like the 15 mil 40K stuff?
yep, yeah,
Yeah, tell them to holler. I've got a metric shitload of not a metric. I have a whole bunch of 15 mil 40K that I did.
cool, very cool. Yeah, Joel went to, or well, he was at Tacticon, and
He get all J's not done 15 mil 40K stuff.
no,
Oh, okay.
a buddy of ours, Merle Dillinger, longtime gaming guy there in Kansas City, had just a plethora of 15 millimeter 40K, specifically Space Marines, Guardsmen, and Chaos Marines. And Joel bought the lot, and what he picked through what he wanted, and then Copeland and Jay divvied up the rest basically.
Nice.
So, and he says, and Jay said, my War Master Army would love to have yours over for dinner. We'll look into that. I need to. Next up is my second required unit of crossbowmen. So I'm real close to having my full 1,000 points.
Wait, 10,000 or 1,000?
1,000.
Okay, I was like, God damn! I thought you guys were doing 1,000, not 10,000. That's
Yeah,
nuts.
no, I'm not. Jesus, man, no.
That sounds like
10,000.
some Joel shit right there.
Yeah, well, because at 10,000, I would have to have 20 units of pikemen and 20 units of crossbowmen. Because I have to have 2 for every 1,000. 2 of each for every 1,000. It's crazy talk.
Yep, I'd agree with you.
So, of course, we all know what did just come out from Wiley Games. If you have not already done so, head on over to wiley-games.com and pick up your copy of Fistful of Lead Glorious Adventures in the Age of Steam.
Hell yeah, buddy.
A quick and easy set of wargaming rules for skirmishes and battles in the time that never was.
Man, I got my name in a book and a picture in a book.
Oh, you got a picture? What picture was that?
It is entirely uncredited. If you go to Bigger Battles,
okay,
the little picture with the various, with the unit of 25 mil, the unit of 15 mil, and then there's a unit of 6 mil. The 6 mil is mine.
Outstanding. I'm looking it up right now as we speak.
Yeah, no Martians, no airships, but a unit of 6 mil Anglo-Zulu War kind of guys. But yeah,
that's cool.
Honestly, that's an awesome. I really enjoy that book, and there's a lot of stuff in there. Whether you like, there
you go. For those playing at home, it is on page 91.
There you go. But yeah, whether you enjoy Victorian sci-fi or not, the expanded rules for excuse me, the expanded rules for like starfighters, because it entirely focuses on the bigger ship combat.
Yeah, that
alone is well worth the book, especially if you're buying the PDF copy. Because whereas the original starfighters and even the starfighters that's in Galactic Heroes 2 dedicated, a couple pages to the fleet combat.
Right.
This fleet combat is beefy and fantastic.
Yes, it is. It is really good. And you might ask yourself, well, why does it cost so much in comparison to the others? Well, because look how big it is. I mean, this is a hefty tome.
Yeah, think about how Galactic Heroes 2 had a couple of books in it.
Yeah,
this has,
same thing.
Yeah, this has Victorian sci-fi core fistful of lead. So just like a normal basic Wiley book that you get. And then it also has bigger battles with the Victorian sci-fi aspect to it, including cool vehicle rules. And then you add in, like I said, starfighters for use with big aeronef figures, and it's quite fantastic, quite delightful.
So basically what you're working with is this, but in Victorian sci-fi fashion.
Correct.
So, yeah, you got, good Lord, you got your core rules. Good Jesus. Got your core rules.
Don't fall.
Your bigger battles, and of course the starfighters. 131 pages,
something like that, before you get the QRSs and stuff.
Yeah, 131 before you get to the 132 before you get to the character cards and the quick reference sheets. So, and if you have not ordered and you're going to order, you can use the coupon code NOTJ for 20% off. So there you have it. There you have it. Tonica says, not as big as the phone book, but then again, what is? Well, honestly, it's bigger than the phone book for the small town my grandmother lived in Texas. I mean, Batesville, Texas, it had like a 3-fold brochure for a phone book. Gamers with Coffee, Ashley is here. How you doing, Ashley? We were talking about the great adventures of in the age of Steam. Excuse me, the glorious adventures in the age of Steam. So that's where you want to be if you're looking for new stuff. Be a great Christmas gift to yourself if you have not already purchased it. Speaking of Christmas and what do we want? Scala Gremlin's got a good point. It's $40. That's a third of the price of the set of 40K books for 4 times the rules and 1,000,000 times the usability.
Fair. I forgot it's only $40. That means with the discount code, whether you use NotJ or McMurray, it's $32.
$32.
That's insanity. Dude. I didn't realize that. I thought it was more than that. Huh.
No.
Dang. There you go.
But if you do want to play with your 40K rules, you could pick that up and where the hell did it go? Also pick up Codex Galactica, the Grim Dark Edition. So there you have it. Technically, you would probably want to use this with Galactic Heroes, but I think you could get away with using it with Gauze.
Oh, you absolutely could. If anything, the only thing you would need is like the ultimate trait list. But yeah.
Which you can also get for, what is it, like $1?
It's something obnoxiously low, yeah.
Yeah.
But that's neither here nor there. Ultimately, most of the books that Jay is putting out now are very similar in formatting to Galactic Heroes
Yeah.
in terms of the multiple source books to cover everything for that period or genre, as well as bringing them all in line with the Galactic Heroes 2 kind of not rule set, but you know, iteration of the rules.
Right.
But yeah, so
It's like core rules version 1.5 kind of feel to it.
yeah.
So then, of course, the other thing that you always want to do is when you're working on your miniatures, and you want to make them look really good, you go to geekgamingusa.com to pick up a bag of your favorite base ready mix. This is the Forest Floor. And let them know that you saw them here, and McMurray will send you a nifty little message.
Absolutely. If I'm over there, Tim's mostly recovered now, so I haven't been over there as much. But by all means, it's always good to see the stuff.
Yeah,
I know
and Tim wants to know. Tim does like to know that where he is being seen. So
yeah,
whether McMurray's over there or not, it's still good to
it
let
is.
Tim know that. Hey, I did hear about your stuff on Not Jay's show. So
Absolutely.
there you go. So
And I know most of our viewers have had really good experiences, so that's a good thing.
absolutely. So yeah, the topic tonight, what I want for Christmas. Definitely not snow. I'm not a snow guy. That being said, um, I I don't know when it's supposed to be coming out, but the Operation Dragoon game from Worthington looks really interesting.
Oh wow, I didn't realize they were making one. Okay.
Yeah, actually, they've got two games. One about the airdrop uh, portion, and then one, and I think that's a solo game, and then one that is just about the landings and the follow up to that. So
Nice.
Operation Dragoon. I and I think the Operation Dragoon game is only like 30 or $40.
What airborne units jumped in for Dragoon?
That is a good question.
Is that the 17th Airborne, maybe?
Operation Dragoon. Let's take a look.
I never know.
Preliminary airborne landings. First Airborne Task Force was a multinational unit, it looks like. It was created specifically for Dragoon. Main unit was the U.S. 509th Parachute Infantry Battalion. The
Battalion or regiment?
battalion with the 463rd Field Artillery Battalion, the 517th Regimental Combat Team, which included the 517th Infantry Regiment, the 460th Parachute Field Artillery Battalion, the 596th Airborne Engineer Company, the U.S. 550th Airborne Infantry Battalion Glider, U.S. 551st Parachute Infantry Battalion, and then the British 2nd Parachute Brigade, which included the 4th Parachute Battalion, 5th Scottish Parachute Battalion, the 6th Royal Welsh Parachute Battalion, and the 1st Independent Parachute Battalion Pathfinders, and then 1st Special Service Forces, U.S. and Canada. Those were your actual combat forces. So it wasn't a
Yes.
like at D-Day where you had 82nd, 101st, and what 6th,
First.
the first British para. Yeah.
Yes.
So not as big in the airborne, but excuse me, pretty big on the landing forces.
I wonder if an airborne element had been built into that the entire time, because with it originally supposed to be executed at the same time as Overlord,
right.
that would require a lot of airborne forces.
Yeah. So it could be very possible that they had pulled this all together. You know, pull it out of their ass, as it were.
When did Dragoon go off? August or September?
It was 15 August
Okay.
through 14 September.
There you go.
So, and there were units from United States, France, United Kingdom, Canada, with air support from Australia and South Africa, and naval support from Greece and New Zealand.
Yeah.
So yeah, it was pretty. It was a pretty hefty landing. The reason why they had to postpone it until August was because instead of landing in June along with D-Day in Normandy, is the United States just didn't have enough landing craft.
Yep. Not enough LSTs.
Yep. So, want to see where
that'll happen.
But you had the third, the 45th, and the 36th landing. You know, so 3 divisions.
Oh, the infantry?
Yeah.
Yes.
So, but anyway, yeah, Worthington's putting that out. I don't know when it's supposed to hit the market, but you know, being that I have never seen a Operation Dragoon game, this piques my interest, and I'm hoping Worthington does a good job of putting it together. I've never had a Worthington game, so I don't know. You know, I don't know what to expect. Now, the one thing I do know that I'm getting that I hope to have before Christmas is, excuse me, is the World War 85 Blood and Fury.
From Lock and Load Tactical?
Yep. No, not Lock. Well, from
Well,
Lock
not
and
Tactical,
Load
but
Publishing.
from Lock and Load Publishing.
Yeah. So it's on the ship. The ship is somewhere in the middle of the Pacific. It's supposed to be landing in Los Angeles on Monday, this coming Monday. Expecting a week to 2 weeks through customs, which puts it about the 10th of December. Another probably 2 to 3 days to get from Los Angeles to Pueblo, where the warehouse is. So we're looking probably the 14th of December, and then box it up and ship it out. Hopefully here before Christmas. So Um, I will hunt you down, Nord. He says, Chris, I may have sunk that ship. I got a little torpedo happy on that patrol. Sorry. They had to go around the Sargasso Sea. Well, that would make sense if they were coming across the Atlantic, since that's where the Sargasso Sea is, and not in the middle of the Pacific. So, Hexius chose violence tonight, McMurray.
What do you say that?
What I want for Christmas is for all miniatures to be melted down and turned into golf tees.
You'd still have like a 14 handicap.
Oh, shots fired, or I should say golf balls fired. My brother says he wants a larger resin printer and a couple of kilograms of resin. So, Nord says, Hexy, if you get that wish, then I want Anna Kendrick, Emily Kinney, and Kristen Cook. If we have any accord, proceed with the melting of all miniatures. My brother wants some laser printer toner also.
A laser printer?
No,
toner.
He wants toner for his laser printer.
Man, Jay's getting greedy with Christmas, man.
I know, right? He says 2, biatch. Apparently, he thinks his handicap is 2.
Oh, left and right leg? That makes
Right.
sense. Toddy doesn't have a handicap. Toddy explained that he is differently abled. That's what we call it nowadays. I'm just kidding. Where's Reese at?
He is churching it up tonight.
Little Reese's Pieces action.
Yeah, he's at his church doing some teaching. So
hopefully he's preaching the good word of 6mm, not that 54mm apostasy.
Well, he has come to the decision that he likes 20mm a little too much.
Yeah, what an idiot. Jesus, Reese. I'm not saying your scale is wrong, but why would you intentionally choose the scale that has been entirely phased out in miniature wargaming for the last 30 years?
The same reason that he still games in 54mm.
Because he only understands model scales?
Because he's Reese.
Because he only understands model scales?
Yep.
God, that's rough.
So, now he does have some looks like 1/1200 scale, late 1800s ironclads.
1/1200 scale?
Maybe.
Oh, yeah. Ironclads is in like ironclad battleships, not riverine ironclads. Yes.
Right.
Yes, I believe he has several from Tumbling Dice.
Yeah. So, because we were talking last night on in the Discord voice channel that he's wanting to do World War 1898.
Yes.
So, yeah.
Unfortunately, World War 1898 usually just results in, hey, the British win. Here we go. But yeah, especially because he wants to have Germany in there, and it's like, I get it, man. That's really awesome, except there isn't a Kriegsmarine. Like, you thought the U.S. Navy was poorly equipped and not ready at the time. Jesus Christ, man, we are, Okinawa grade U.S. Navy compared to the Krauts at that point in time.
Yeah. Well, he was talking about one game that he is wanting to do in the streets of Kabul, where you've got, I guess, Russians on one side, Brits on the other, and in the middle you've got the Afghanis. and I guess he's got something all figured out for it. Sounded pretty cool at the time.
Accurate. It should be. It will be.
So, yeah. Good. So,
It
what are you
will be.
looking for? What are you wanting for Christmas? Even if it's to just buy for yourself.
Um, I am going to say probably 6mm artillery and direct fire and anti-aircraft support weapon for six
Okay.
millimeter World War II.
Oh, there you go. Okay. Very cool.
Not sure how many 88s and 20 flak Veerlings and flak 38s I'm going to need, but probably a fair number. Same with some allied 40mm Bofors sorts of things. But yeah, so that probably honestly sums it up.
Is this for a specific project or just something you're wanting to fill out
Just
a
working
set for?
on the 6mm. That's what I'm painting right now. Is I have 3 packs of GHQ infantry, 2 paratroopers, and 2 paratrooper support and then 1 paratrooper support weapon pack that I'm running through right now. But to do the opposing Germans, I'm going to need a not insignificant number of anti-aircraft weapons. So that's not a huge deal. I've got some 88s, I know. I have some flak 38s. I just get the feeling I'll probably need more. Luckily, most of the vehicles, as always, I intend to 3D print. But yeah. Yep. I do adore how quickly I can paint 6mm US late war stuff. Like, these are all paratroopers. They're all wearing the 1944 uniform. It's all OD green.
Yep.
Like, every single piece of equipment other than their boots is OD green. And you know how I feel about boots.
Yeah, you hate boots.
I painted every one of the prone guys' boots.
There you go.
So all the mortar teams, all the MG teams, all the observers and the command, they have painted boots. The infantry absolutely do not, because it's gonna disappear in basing material anyways. But
right. Well, what color do you prime in for your 6mm stuff?
Depends on what I'm doing. These Americans, I used the Krylon camo, like sage or whatever their light green is, not their really dark green.
Right. Okay.
For British, I'm going to use tan. And for the Germans, gray.
Is it the right gray?
What's up?
Is it the right gray?
Yes, it is, because it is a mixture of black and white. So yes.
Yeah. So whatever gray you have,
probably good.
When it's Germans, it's the right gray.
Yeah. As well as train tiles for my 6mm. It's got full this project. I saw you, Charles. You're gonna get them done. I believe in you. I saw that you were getting excited with getting some more games on the table too, which is good. It's good to know that that's sparking the whole fun. Nord, it's late war, Northwest Europe. Nord, with regards to Regimental Fire and Fury, either one, Antietam or Gettysburg, is going to be out an obnoxious task. That's a huge amount of stuff. It might be worth looking into Brigade. But yeah, they're really similar anyhow. But yeah. Okay. Now let's do.
Yeah.
What's up?
Talking about Fire and Fury.
Yes.
played a game of that down in Austin. P Ridge was the battle,
Yeah,
and it was huge. I can only imagine what Antietam or Gettysburg would look like playing Fire and
correct.
Fury.
Fire and Fury is a super. I enjoy Fire and Fury quite a bit. It's very process oriented, which really gets to some people.
Mm-hmm.
Um, it likewise just needs so many miniatures. Sweet mother of God.
Yeah,
Like it makes for really, really good looking games once you do it. You just need 100 or so stands most of the time for each side, and then each stand has 315 mil on it, and then you get guns and you get cavalry sometimes, and just everything
oh
else. It, like I said, it's very, very impressive when you get it on the table. But sweet Mary, it is. It can be a daunting task painting. You know,
yeah,
1,006 mil or a
and
thousand 15s.
yeah, and then the table we played on was a 7 by 10. Stop that, a 7 by 10 table.
Oh, absolutely,
And again,
absolutely.
just for P Ridge. Again,
Yeah.
I can imagine how big it would be for you know Gettysburg. Honestly, I I couldn't see honestly sitting down and playing all of like day two of Gettysburg on a single table. That would just
So I
be
mean, you
insane.
very likely have to break it up into different tables.
Yeah,
A, because it's very, very just large, and B, yeah, I mean, A, it's huge, and B, everybody remembers how daunting it was for Jeff looking at the number of single stands he would have to paint to do
right.
Gettysburg at a regimental level, and that was pretty wild. Yeah. The one time I've seen somebody try it was with Brigade, and what they did was they laid the fish hair, they just straightened the fish hook out,
Hmm.
which complicated things slightly.
Yeah,
But it was the best way anybody could think to do it. Um, but yeah, ultimately, you're not going to get Gettysburg with a brigade frontage being, a foot into a room without it being
right.
just a colossal room. That being said, I really hope we have Game Cafe this year because one of the games I'm thinking about putting on might be rather obscenely space intensive.
Yes, and I'm all for it.
Well, that's the thing. Actually, I take that back. Both of the games I'm thinking about putting on are obscenely space intensive. Both 1200 World War One or World War Two air or naval,
Right.
and this other one that I'm kind of keeping close to the vest for right now.
Yeah, I
Um,
was about to say, if I know what you're talking about on both of them, yes, both of them are going to be rather space intensive, and we could or I say you could easily take up an entire room for either
yeah,
of them.
yeah. Um, Part of the idea was okay. Let's do something that's like okay. Take a picture of this. Like this is the okay. Wow, dang! Look, that thing was at that convention. Um, because it doesn't, even if it's not insane, that is usually enough to just pop in people's mind of oh yeah, that's right, that's that convention where they had
That really
XYZ,
big
right? Like
game.
that's that convention where they had Ken Boone's giant fantasy game, right?
Right.
um, Stuff like that. Oh, that's that convention where, because I met somebody locally here actually who was at the second March to Victory and was like, wait, did you do the Spanish American War game? I did, yeah. um, and that used those same the post system for the naval stuff, which was pretty fun. I enjoyed that, and I think other people
Yeah.
had a good time with it as
I,
well.
well, I know Reese enjoyed it. Uh, Mike definitely liked it. I think Mr.
Yeah,
Parker.
Thomas had a great time with it also.
Yeah.
I had a good
So,
time running it. It was great having Todd helping out run it, that's for sure. Todd did tell me, inform me very, very much to my sadness that he will not be at March to Victory this year.
boo.
It happens.
Boo, sir.
No, it happens.
Oh yeah.
I'll cry myself to sleep, but that's okay.
He being the big star for his company's podcast.
He is a professional podcaster. His hobby YouTube stuff is just on the side.
Yeah.
Everybody go check out Keeping the Lights On podcast. That's the Toddy Boy. But yeah,
Probably for most of us it'd be boring as hell, but
it's pretty good. It's still Todd.
it's still Todd, but
still get some of the Toddy
matter.
Boy banter in there, but it is a lot of commercial lighting talk.
Yeah.
But anyhow, there is actually, I take it back. There's a bunch of like just general business management stuff in there too. That's kind of cool. But yeah, so that should be fun. Maybe possibly running that with Ocean Thunder, which should be entertaining. Just multiply all the distances by 6.
There you go.
But so that has the potential to be quite wild, quite entertaining.
How far can that 13.5-inch rifle go?
Yeah, exactly. About 14 feet. But because wait, what scale were those originally designed for? 1/2400?
Yeah, originally we went 1/2400 with the understanding that the ground scale was going to be basically 1/6000.
Yes.
So,
Precisely.
If you want to go any bigger than 1/2400, you're going to have to do some range changing.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. I do think also that I'm going to have to consider what. At first, I was like, "Oh man, it would be kind of cool to do the battle cruiser chase across an entire room, right? So the Jutland battle cruiser chase."
Yeah.
That could be pretty cool, but that would very, very likely eat up literally the entire room on any one of the levels at Game Cafe, which is a little rude.
Right.
It's a little much. But, yeah. So we'll have to see on that. As entertaining as that may be, that might be a little much to ask out of Jay and Robin, which is understandable.
Yeah. So just to give people an idea of what we're talking about on scale wise, this is USS Arkansas, World War I vintage battleship. This is 1/1200th scale. So this is USS Missouri, which of course is the ultimate World War II ship. And there you have it. 880 feet, 500 and something feet. So
those are gorgeous. What models are those?
These are Gukek.
Oh shit! I didn't realize you printed both of them. Okay.
Yeah.
Yep. That's exactly where I get mine. That's what I do.
And in fact, this was a failed print.
Which one, Missouri?
Well, no, the Arkansas failed prints, but the Arkansas was a failed print because what I did is when I got a good print, I painted it up and gave it to Reese at Tacticon.
Aw.
So it went along with his Ocean Thunder T-shirt.
Oh, nice.
That I gave him with, And by the way, if my wife told me today, or not today, 2 weekends ago, if anybody wants an Ocean Thunder T-shirt,
Yes.
uh, they're $20 and plus shipping, and shipping right now is $11. Um,
Yes.
I'm gonna see if I can
Nelson,
get it
please and
cheaper.
thank you. And then
Nelson, yes.
let me know what PayPal to send that to.
What what T-shirt size?
Large.
Large. Okay. So that's the deal, guys. If you would like an Ocean Thunder T-shirt, it's $20 plus shipping, and I need to know your mailing address, your T-shirt size, and what ship you would like it to be in the, you know, right here, where it says Ocean Thunder, where the big guns rumble, and then the ship silhouette. So let me know if it's something you're interested in. Um, it's not like I'm making a whole lot of money on it, but I, kind of spread the love,
Yes. Like I
So
said,
yeah,
let it holler about where to put the stuff. If you want to put all that info in the Discord as well, I'm sure people would eat that shit
okay,
up.
yeah, I can do that.
Oh, that's what I meant to mention. Tomorrow I'm playing a game that is actually just fantastic. I am proud of the St. Louis area for how much they've embraced and jumped on Fistful of Lead. We're playing a Bigger Battles boarding action
Oh,
in
nice.
Reese's size, actually, in 54.
Oh, cool.
That should be quite entertaining. Yeah. There's a guy locally here who runs a lot of 54 mil in his yard, actually, in 54 mil naval stuff. Because again, at some point in time, shit just gets too big and you got to put it somewhere. So Steve runs it
Yeah,
in his yard, and it's quite entertaining. And yeah, that's what the Thursday, they call it the retirees game. I call it the kind of shitty schedule game. Uh,
right.
but yeah, so that's what they're playing tomorrow. And it's, again, a couple of the guys that have been around for me ranting and raving and playing for the last several years. It's good to see that going on and not having to worry. Um, but yeah, and it's Bigger Battles, which is cool. He's the guy who does the 54 mil, like, Bigger Battles, ACW, and AWI that you see posted around the
Yeah,
St. Louis stuff from time to time.
yeah,
It's not
definitely.
Ray Gluck who does the Scooby Doo games and stuff locally here, and he has also brought those to March to Victory.
Yeah, the this last time I saw Scooby Doo, the Scooby Doo game was pretty cool.
It is, it is a fun one, and he does a version kind of like Last Action Hero, where it's just a bunch of random B movie guys that are pretty fun.
Yeah. So, um, this is kind of like the design that we're working with. So up here,
Ooh, look at that flying off platform on a Q turret.
yep. So right here would be the ship of your choice, and then of course it'll say Ocean Thunder, where the big guns rumble underneath on a.
See, like right there, you've got a beautiful image of the USS New York, um, as everyone can see.
Actually,
Post
no,
refit.
actually it is USS Texas
I know.
because the rear fighting top is
Yep.
different.
Yep. Nope. I know. I
But yeah, you're
know.
you're 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 making the dig on me, and I get it.
I
I
know.
get
I
it.
just got to fuck with you. Fun fact:
Yeah.
the USS New York was just in dry dock for quite a while. I'm just fucking with you.
Yeah,
But
if
yeah.
by dry dock you mean at the bottom of the ocean by the Bikini Atoll, you're right.
Yes. Correct. Yes. Um, the driest of docks. Mm, hell yeah! I'm not wearing mine today. Every now and then, I'll get some curious individual actually ask me what Ocean Thunder is. Um,
Oh
and
yeah.
it's always a good time. Yeah. I got the local guys are kind of excited to play it. So once
Oh
I can
cool.
grab
If you're able to do it on a Saturday or Sunday, let me know and I'll come down also.
No, fair enough. Yeah, absolutely. I'm about to say I'll probably drop it out on as a Thursday overflow game, and then probably a Tuesday night game beforehand, so that a few of them
Oh, there
actually
you go.
get to know what we're playing before then taking it to the Saturday or what have you group. But yeah, absolutely, that's doable. They've been playing a lot of Nimitz recently, which isn't bad.
Yeah.
I'm just not the biggest fan. Honest to God, no, there's nothing wrong with the rules. I'm not the biggest fan of the guy who likes to run Nimitz because he's kind of a dick.
Ah.
But yeah, so that's entirely a different thing. But
So on your Nelson,
yes,
um, what what time frame? Or you want like the late war Nelson or the pre-war Nelson?
when was the
Mid.
refit?
Well, apparently they had a couple of refits because it looks like they've got uh, a 41, a 43, and a 44, and a 45. Um, but I don't think there's really a big difference between those four. Of course, you also have the starting point of like around
22.
uh, yeah.
I'm about to say I don't know that there's ever any real like superstructure added that would change the profile.
I
So
don't
whatever is
think there
easiest.
really was.
Um, yeah, whatever is easiest, man. To be honest
Yeah,
with you.
because profile wise, I mean, there's not
Yeah, it's
really a
not
big
something I'm worried
difference.
about.
So,
Um,
yeah, I'll get something whipped up for you.
hell yeah, but I'm quite excited for that. That's fun. Also, those are really comfy t-shirts. If they're the same like t-shirt material as the first ones were.
Yeah, that's the plan. It's as long as Walmart doesn't change up their shit.
Hell yeah, hell yeah. It's thoroughly beyond any of our control. That's for sure.
Yep.
Uh, but yeah, buddy, I am excited. Sorry, I got distracted. I stopped proofreading and started painting Thompson submachine guns because
There you go.
GHQ seems to think that the overwhelming majority of U.S. paratroopers carried Thompsons, which is one of those. Come on, man.
Yeah.
Come on, GHQ. You guys make TO and E's for all kinds of stuff. You gotta know that that's not the
Yep.
case.
If anybody knows, it's they who should know.
Yeah, it's most certainly. Absolutely. But whatever, that's okay. Their infantry packs up to like $14 now, which is kind of frustrating, but they are good looking infantry.
They really are, to be in all honesty. They really are.
Um, and it's not CNC infantry selection is garbage.
Yeah.
By that I mean there
Unfortunately.
isn't much. Hurricane Roz is fantastic, but the prices aren't quite low enough
Right.
once you factor in shipping to justify the extra time. Um, they are good. I do like H&R figures though. Mainly because if you need like one or two of something, you can get one or two of something.
Yeah.
So I will very likely wind up buying a bunch of stuff from H&R for that reason. But yeah, um, just because I think I'm gonna need like four more bazooka guys. I think to round just these guys out, and then I'm sure the same sort of thing will happen with my Germans and my British, where I'll need extra Piat guys and whatnot. So for that sort of thing, Heroics Raz is fantastic, as well as, if you want a command base with a radio, there you go. If you want command base with a different radio, there you go. You want with a staff table, there you go.
Yeah. Now, does Peter Pig does 15 millimeter, right? Or no, they do 15 millimeter, not 6.
They do 15s, not 6s.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Correct. They also, it's worth mentioning, do very nice 15 mil, but it is true 15 mil. It is not 18 or anything. So if you're looking at stuff that's 18 mil or closer to HO scale, it will not match. Your boys will be the Lilliputans.
Yeah.
And I know that I'm a frequent advocate for scale matching isn't that big of a deal, but that is a rather substantial scale difference between those.
True that.
But that's okay. That's all right. That's okay. There's a bit of a scale difference between H&R and GHQ stuff as well, but that's all right. It's not super bad. Especially with World War II stuff where everybody's rather dynamically posed. You can really get away with some different variations in scale. I do also adore how quickly 6 mil paints. Like, I'm going to get these 180 guys done tonight.
Very cool.
And that just makes me happy.
Charles is telling Jeffy he likes the Battle of Germany map, fits the new table layout, plenty of room for the aids. That's good.
Outstanding.
And then Nord says that price increase is why I switched to 10 millimeter or will be switching to 10 millimeter. You can get so much more bang for your buck.
I mean, you're still paying less for the 6s, but in some cases, like for this project, I just need the smaller scale. Right? It's going to be a drastically larger game. I need the smaller scale. For those of you in the UK, Bacchus is still obnoxiously cheap.
Yeah.
And Peter's awesome, so buy Bacchus stuff. And their World War II selection is not bad either. They've really been packing things into that range. But
Charles reminds you that not everyone is 5'8". However, the difference between the 15 millimeter and an 18 millimeter miniature at that size is like a whole head.
Yeah, it's kind of like if Shaq were running around with
Muggsy Bogues.
I don't know, yeah, like a South American soccer team or something. Correct. They can't exist side by side, but damn, are they funny looking when you put them next to each other.
Exactly. So, Nord says with GHQ you have to buy a whole blister at $14, even if you only need 1 or 2 tanks. In 10 millimeter, I can buy per tank, so save a lot.
Fair. Yeah. Again, I don't buy tanks in 6 mil. I hate that nonsense. I'm with you on that. You could also get like CNC or H&R and Bacchus, but yeah, I print my 6 mil tanks. Man, God, I forgot. So printing so much on that Neptune, had me not remembering how just obnoxiously quickly 6 mil stuff prints on a resin printer. Like it's an hour and the plate's done.
Yeah.
So it turns into all of a sudden, my printer is saving me anywhere from $45 to $60 an hour on 6 millimeter armor. Because even if I'm taking my time and I do like a build print every 2 hours, depending on the vehicle, like I did carriers and that was absurd. If it's a one-piece vehicle like Stugs, I can usually get like 25 to 40 vehicles, depending on what they are, onto a build plate, which is absurd. Carriers was ridiculous. I didn't realize how many damn carriers I could fit onto one. until I just started adding, and I
Oh,
kept having to hit
like
the multiply button.
uh, like universal carriers for the Brits.
Yes,
Yeah, it's crazy talk.
it's obnoxious because I also usually print them bow up, so they don't take much. I mean, they're small vehicles, but then they're also short and thin,
Yeah,
or short and narrow. So when you point them up, it really reduces the amount of space. And then they are not long vehicles, so that build plate 100% takes an hour at
right.
most.
Yup.
Anyhow, either way, it's good stuff. But yeah, that's why, like I said, Heroics Ross is badass. Um, hop
Facts.
hop on detailed TONE for, like, are you looking for specific regimental or divisional TONEs, Nord? Or are you looking for generic? Okay, here is what a USMC battalion was, or here is a British infantry battalion, here is a Japanese infantry battalion, or an SNLF battalion, something like that, because that is all on GHQ's website. They are a bit of a pain to get to, but they are on there. Additionally, if you're looking at like base to platoon scale stuff, Micromark has a bunch of very detailed TONEs on Wargames Vault for like 99 cents each. That are usually set up, I think, for Blitzkrieg Commander, but again, it's platoon is base size, so it's pretty stellar. Yeah. Okay, on to skin. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Go go. All gas, no brakes.
So, looking at, hey, Mutt, you got the link. You know how to get here. Uh, so, who makes the what was the website that you had mentioned for the TONE?
Again, GHQ's website has a bunch, but then
Yeah,
also Micromark has a store
yeah,
on Wargames Vault.
Micromark. That's where I picked up my TONEs for Arab Israeli 67, and then my both the Czech Army and the United States Army circa 1985. Um, and they're like less than $2 per TONE, and it's pretty good. They're pretty stellar.
They are. Most
Lot
of the GHQ ones, I believe, are regimental level. Um, that being said, most division level assets probably wouldn't wind up on a table anyways,
right.
because nobody's putting 155s onto the table that they're playing on.
Well, I mean, no, that attitude.
Fair.
Let me see if I can find what I'm looking for here. Bear with me just.
The only issue with the GHQ ones is they're a pain in the ass to go like find on their website,
Right.
but that's ultimately not a huge deal. Usually I just Google GHQ miniatures and then like U.S. rifle or U.S. infantry regiment or something like that. Because then once you get to one of them, it's easy to find the rest of them.
Where is this?
Okay, I got the brown and I got the silver on these things. I need to do the gloss black and the flesh. But I also need to finish reading through Ocean Thunder. So let's go back. Let's pop back up to the top here and read some Ocean Thunder. All right. Boxo red pens. Feed me one of your spawn.
Nice.
Oh God, not all the spawn Boxo red pens. Jesus. God, man alive, just had 11 pens fly out at me. Okay.
So
Back here.
I can I end up not ever being able to find what I did with those TO&E.
If you got them off
files.
War Games, you can always just go re-download them.
Yeah, it's just I hate doing that.
Why?
Because I already have them here.
Well, but do you?
I do. Because I saw them like a week ago. It was like I really should move those to someplace more, findable.
It's fine. Just leave everything in the downloads folder.
Because I just stumbled across them. Is that today? Is today the anniversary of Tarawa?
I do not know.
Or as people say, Tarawa now. For the longest time, I grew up the entire time I was growing up, and even up to like 5 years ago, it was Tarawa, and then all of a sudden, everybody is calling it Tarawa.
Wait, Tarawa, not Tarawa?
Yeah.
That seems silliness.
It does to me as well, but I guess it is what it is, right?
I guess.
Did it? No, I didn't leave them in downloads. I've got them somewhere. Jesus, so infuriating. That's the problem you run into when you literally have so many different ideas running through your damn brain on a regular basis.
Correct. I mean, again, I just go re-download them. Like, I realize you already have them downloaded once, but who gives a shit? In the time that you've been looking, we could have been already had the question answered.
Yeah, I know. Nord says the Russian TO&E for the infantry battalions in late 41-42 only had 3 companies of 6 platoons. Seems kind of small.
A company with 6 platoons is small?
Yeah, that's what he's saying. I mean, because our battalions were 3 companies with 3 platoons.
Everything's triangle, yeah.
He said a company of 2 platoons. So a total of 6 platoons.
In a battalion?
In a battalion. Yeah. Depends
They
on
might have just gone for realism in numbers.
Well, yeah, there is that. Yeah, there's.
Who knows? Oh, that's fair. Check out the Micromark ones. Yeah. But yeah. Yeah, I mean, by all means, check out it. The next one's kind of down the line. Nothing wrong with that.
Yes, yeah, I still have stuff in here for fucking Uncharted Seas and War Rocket, and haven't played either of those in a a fair piece of time.
What is? Did you say Unjust Seas?
No, it was shit. What did I call it? Uncharted Seas.
Uncharted
was,
Seas.
Yeah, it was the same company that produced the original Dystopian Wars.
Okay, Spartan Games.
Yeah, Spartan Games. It was their their version of fantasy
Yeah.
sailing. It was a
I
fun
gotcha.
game. It was a fun game. I just haven't played it in years.
Yeah.
And then I also got on here, like I said, War Rocket, Interceptor from FASA, the space fighter game that they had back in the 90s.
Yeah.
Yeah, so Noble Knight sales going on right now. Yeah, Nord says the volume is going to come when you see each regiment had 2 to 3 battalions and each division had 3 regiments. So, take care, Ashley. Tell Greg hello for us. I know he's sitting there listening, but you know, no, that's not it either. Gee, jumping Jehoshaphat's. I'm losing my damn mind. That's all there is to it. All right, War Games Vault. Here it comes.
There you go.
Son of a bitch.
Up in the right corner, my library.
No, not War Games Atlantic.
Another very interesting site, but certainly not as useful for World War II tables of organization and equipment.
No. Okay, let's log in. What? What do you mean no match for?
Just go to your library.
I have to log in first. So I gotta see if I'm remembering how I logged in previously.
Yeah, I hear that.
Here we are. All right. Well, let's get a new password going in here. There we go. Continue. Yes, update the password. Now we go to my library. No, we still got to log in. Shit. Log in. There we go. Okay, my library.
Oh, that was my other question. Can you send me the SICs for all the random European stuff? So I know, because I know we fought
Yeah.
stuff in the Atlantic Theater. Not right now. You don't need to do it right now. Finish up what you're doing. But that just occurred to me because that's super duper helpful. Because that's what most of the stuff that I've got painted up is.
So yeah, so this stuff is $1.90.
Oh man, I
Um,
must have caught it on sale because they were all 95 cents when I was looking at them a few days ago.
yeah, you probably did. So let's do this here. This is the uh,
Todd's got a bunch of them. He loves those things.
this is the Israeli Armored Brigade, circa 1967, and so it'll show you that the Teeth Arm is an armored battalion. The armored battalion gives you the battalion headquarters with 3 tanks and 2 M3 half tracks, 3 to 4 companies, with company headquarters and platoons, a recon platoon. And then for gaming purposes, you can then see what type of tanks you're running with. You roll a percentile, 2 tens with a 10's 10 and a regular 10 to see which, if you roll between a 53 and a 67, that's an AMX 13 with 75 millimeter gun. If you roll a 92 to 96, that's a Centurion with a 20 pounder. So yeah, it's pretty good. Like I said, $1.90, and it gives you also the support, brigade support. Even with, like the brigade HQ's got 1 tank, 2 M3 half tracks, 4 trucks, 4 jeeps, 4 assault rifle SMG squads, 1 to 3 M32s or an M74 ARV, and an air liaison team. And then your artillery battalion, your recce company, your engineer company, your anti-aircraft platoon, and then talks about your divisional support, corps support even. So yeah, definitely a cool resource. And the dude's literally got like everything out there. If you don't, if he doesn't have it, you don't need it. I say that. But there's just a plethora of stuff. I mean, there's Air Forces of the Cold War, 46 to 91, Air Forces of World War II, Cold War Soviet and Warsaw Pact, World War II Chinese, World War II Belgian. I mean, seriously, World War II Belgian? That's crazy. And it's, he's got the Belgian Reserve Infantry Division as it was from 1939 to 1940. The 16th Infantry Division for Belgium, May 1940. It looks like they're on. Some of them are on sale, $1.43 a piece.
Okay, there you go. Yeah, that's a chunk.
So
Was it 25% off? Yeah. Like I said, I must have got lucky looking at them at 95.
yeah,
But yeah, they are, again, like I said, Todd swears up and down by the Micromark organization stuff. Again, they are specifically designed for Blitzkrieg commander style basing. But if you're doing platoon per base, then that's perfect. Then, it doesn't matter what game system you're doing necessarily. And if you're not doing that, then you know exactly what each of those means. You know what I mean? It's a known quantity. So if you need to go, then swap over to platoon to company for, any number of other games, it's perfectly reasonable. Very easy to do because you know that, okay, well, 3 platoons or a company or whatnot.
Yeah, it like I said, it shows you
they're organized by companies, so yeah, that helps.
So a battalion has 3 companies in it, and
Correct.
that company is company headquarters. That's got 2 M3 half tracks, 2 6-man assault rifle squads, 2 GPMG medium MG or 50 caliber teams, not teams, but actual the weapons. 3 platoons of a squad plus 2 GPMGs, and then 1 to 2 3.5-inch, I guess, rockets. I don't know. Oh, 3.5. That'd be a bazooka team. Yeah, 1 to 2 bazooka teams, 152 millimeter mortar, and then 3 squads with 6 saws and 4 half tracks, and then a mortar platoon, an M21 mortar platoon, 3 that's got 3 of those M3 to M21s. So yeah, it lays it all out for you.
Exactly.
And there's literally hundreds of them. I just looked at the Air Force listings, and he's got the Iraqi Air Force 32 to 58, 59 to 67, 68 to 65, or 68 to 75, 78 to 80, 83 to 85, 86 to 88. I mean, it's crazy. The Saudis, the Singapore Air Force, the Austrian Army Air Force, 1979, West German Luftwaffe, circa 1979. So there's, if you can think it, he's probably got it, to be honest.
Correct. It's rather impressive. Big fan. Yeah.
Hell, even the Napoleonic and Revolutionary Wars, 1790 1821, he's got lists for those.
Yes.
So,
the fuck? Sorry.
yeah, Nord, the French involvement in Vietnam could be interesting as well. Yeah. There's something Reese and I and Hissy Cat were talking about last night on the chat, the voice chat. It's the entire Vietnamese conflict is really, from basically 1945 to 1975. It's just, you start off with the French versus the Vietnamese, and then the French with American advisors, and then the French left, and you then had the South Vietnamese against the North Vietnamese, and the South Vietnamese with American advisors against the North Vietnamese, and then it's just plug and play.
Are you not doing the Japanese invasion into China before that?
Oh yeah, you could do that also. I mean, it's just plug and play the guys who are fighting the Vietnamese. Yeah, Nord, we use on my Discord server, I've got 2 voice channels, and when I'm sitting here painting, I'll hop into voice channel 1, and because I cannot motivate myself to sit here and paint. It's difficult for me to do that. So what I do is I get onto the voice channel in Discord, and hopefully somebody shows up while I'm sitting here painting. And if they do, great, I get more done. If not, well, I sit here for like 30 minutes kind of poking at stuff, and I don't want to be here.
Well, I say start checking that in the Facebook group chat too, because I don't always catch it on Discord, but I will catch it over there.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. Nord, with regards to your question on Vietnam, I don't know. I certainly wouldn't go above like company level. It's squad or platoon and squad are certainly what I can see getting the most use. And you, depending on if you're going to want to do that in 28 or like 15, you might be able to get away with doing company level stuff. the issue is with company level stuff, you really don't necessarily want to be doing single bases, but then if you're doing multi bases, that kind of precludes doing anything below, honestly, platoon, or you certainly aren't doing squad level with it, individual base or with multi bases. But yeah, either way, I did. Well, see, again, I'm not the best to ask the question of, right? Because I've done both. I did. I have 6 mil that I haven't painted, but that I based up originally for Charlie Don't Surf, and then I realized, yeah, I'm still not the biggest fan of the what do you call it? Of that system, right? That you find it there, and then also in I Ain't Been Shot Mum, which is not my favorite, but there's plenty, obviously, of other things to use it for. I just need to get off my ass and do it. But then I also have it in 28 mil, and some modern 15s. Yeah. Yeah, so there's that. Did I lose you? Did I lose you guys? Comment in the chat if I lost you guys. I hope I didn't lose you guys. Warmut has a good amount of the Flames of War, the Battlefront miniatures. Okay, I'm here. Cool. Warmut has a good amount of the Battlefront minis, Flames of, or Vietnam stuff. That's the models are cool. I like the models quite a bit, to be honest with you. I'm a fan. Rules wise, you can use Charlie Don't Surf. There's Force on Force. There's a number of like bolt action and chain of command kind of conversions. Obviously, any of the more, abstracted sandboxy games you can always use, like Fistful of Lead. I think Reese uses 5 core, stuff like that. So there's plenty of rules out there. Just depends on, again, what size you're going for and what all you're looking for out of your games. So, like Charlie Don't Surf is certainly company to battalion sized elements and does not go below that. But the Flames of War Vietnam is obviously company level. I'm not sure what kind of generation of the Flames of War rules you're looking at with that, but yeah, I know that originally, that's not Birth of a Nation, that was Brown Water Navy first, maybe something like that. That first came out in 3rd edition Flames of War, but I don't know if the rules are still in that 3rd edition Flames of War generation, or if they are the burgeoning Team Yankee kind of stuff at that point. I believe they are essentially just converted over to Team Yankee now, just like Birth of a Nation was, the Arab-Israeli conflict stuff. But I might actually have 2 sets of Battlefront's Mekong River, like mats. Those are kind of cool. They're kind of cool. They're only 2 foot across, but they certainly get all the tributaries and whatnot and all that stuff. I was thinking about, depending on how they go together, using them for, some smaller scale stuff like the 1/300 or 1/600 scale colonials and whatnot. That could be really cool, I feel like. But yeah, I'm trying to think.
my brother Jay just shared a photo of the unit of ghouls he just painted up.
There you go.
So those are
Cool.
10 millimeter 3D printed from Forest Dragon, if I'm not mistaken.
Probably that's what a lot of people use for their War
yeah.
Master.
So all of my War Master stuff, except for the dwarves that Jay printed for me, which are Forest Dragon, I've found on Thingiverse or someplace else. So I'm doing my best to do the entire army for free, where I haven't had to pay anything for the STLs.
Oh yeah, you can do that.
So that's why I don't have ogres. I've got the minotaurs, you know.
Yeah.
So that's why I don't have a Games Workshop looking giant. I have an Onai for my giant. So, but yeah. Well, it depends on how big you want that dragon to be. To give you an idea.
Now we're talking about dragons, though. We're talking about Vietnam.
Well, we're talking about my about the project Jay and I are working on together.
Yes. How big would a dragon be in 10 mil? I don't know. Is it like a little baby dragon or one of those great big colossal bastards?
Yeah. So to give you an idea, this is let me.
Like, is it a Harry Potter dragon or Smaug?
Undo that. There we go. So, to give you an idea, this is how big I made my giant for my 10 millimeter crossbowman. So I would suspect a dragon, a full-grown dragon, would be probably twice this size. So he would probably be in the range of 54 millimeters tall.
Honestly, I'd probably just find a cool one from Reaper and get after it.
Yeah,
most of those Reaper ones, if you go into a physical store, you can usually find them if they've been sitting there a minute for like $6, $7, $8, which is wild as shit.
Yeah.
Oh, shut up, McMurray.
Hey, what's up, buddy? What are you doing? I'm happy you came in here all aggro. That makes me absolutely guilt-free for giving you shit now. Game on. Let's do this. What's your geriatric ass been up to?
I just got done shopping on the limit. So.
Oh, man. You get all your Metamucil and Depends and all that stuff?
Now, I could use Reese's turkey as a dragon.
Turkey.
Do it. Don't talk about it. Be about it.
I think that would work. I think that would work real well. So there's the turkey next to the pikeman. Yeah.
Figure out a way to model a fire-breathing turkey.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Well, because, he gave you Reggie with the knife.
Yeah, it's got wings. Like.
Yeah, I mean.
Oh. Chris.
Mutt. Nord wants to know what you're buying from Noble Knight.
I kind of went. I went Victorian sci-fi / pirate theme.
Pirates.
Yeah, and Victorian sci-fi.
Oh shit!
Why would you want to do Victorian sci-fi?
Because Wiley's new game.
I wonder.
Yeah. Glorious Adventures in the Age of Steam.
Yep.
Yeah. What Noble Knight is doing a sale, and I was just cruising through, of course. And remember the game about 3 or 4 years ago, The World of Smog, from from Simon. Well, no. It's a board game similar to Zombicide, but it's all Victorian.
Oh, okay.
So I was like, well, shoot. And they had the Kickstarter pledge going for $67 for like 3 boxes of all these miniatures. I was like, well, then I just found a cheap way of getting my Victorian miniatures now. So
that's wildly awesome.
Yeah, so now I got Victorian Miniatures. So
What pirates did
and
you
then all the pirates. They had that Rum and Bones game on there, so I was like, I'll buy that. And then they had a whole bunch of singles, resin singles for from CMON. So I bought a whole bunch of resin singles. You'll see a whole bunch of them when they get in here. So they're very nice. So got one of them was Handsome Jack. Another one was Bootlegs something, whatever. I don't know, but they're all pirate stuff. So why not? Oh, that was it. Oh, and then I was able to land a couple out of print Zombicide survivors. One was Audrey, who is Amy from Big Bang Theory. That one's a hard to find. The other one was his name's Doc, and it's from the Duo. He's a doctor and a kid, and it's a cartoon. Very famous.
No idea what you're talking about.
Dr. Quinn, Medicine Woman?
No. They're a duo. Rick and Morty. There you go. Thanks, Nordic. I was able to get the doctor, and he was an out of print one. And then I got Dr. Falconer, which is that brainiac that passed away a couple years ago in a wheelchair.
Stephen Hawking?
Yeah, Stephen Hawking. There you go. That guy. So, yeah, I was pretty thrilled about that, man. Those were I've been on my list.
In a wheelchair.
Yeah, Brainiac in a wheelchair.
Good Lord, man.
So, it is, I mean. So,
I mean, you're not wrong, but good Lord.
Well, I could have, tried to impersonate his voice, but I figured that'd be going too far.
Right.
But, yeah. So yeah, I'm happy. That was my birthday gift to me. So, about 2.5 weeks away.
So,
anyways,
on a completely different note from what we've been talking about. So here is a 1/300 scale B-17, right? There's a 1/300 scale F-15.
That's a 1/300 scale B-17?
Yeah.
That looks tiny for 300.
It's
fair.
Looks cool.
Yeah.
Make it work. Make it happen.
But yeah, it's just the F-15 is just a massive airplane. I mean, even the A-10 is big next to it. Yeah.
I'm still. Go ahead.
Yeah. What were you gonna say?
Oh, I'm still skimming through the Glorious Adventures here now, and McMurray is at page 114.
What?
I'm trying to find McMurray's
his picture.
Don't tell him. Don't tell him. He's still searching. No, it's not 114.
I know he already told me though. Too late.
What page?
Page 91.
Yeah.
91.
Good, you're paying attention.
Is it all three of them?
No, just the small stuff.
Oh, the little tiny. Yeah, of course, that's McMurray. 6mm. 6mm. 6mm, guys. That's the best. That's the best deal ever.
I mean, there's also 2mm.
No, screw that. So I'm like I'm going to 10mm and then that's it, man. Because I got drop zone. So
still the best. One of the best videos is still Paulie's video showing his new 2mm army he's got to paint up.
Yeah, his
Warlord
Games 2mm Napoleonic unboxing.
Yeah, and he drops a bag of basmati rice.
Yeah, well, no, I mean he identifies where he's got the czars and everybody else. Yeah.
Hello, Wag. Wag is in the house. Waggity Wag.
He's been here all night, buddy.
Yeah, he's been here.
Oh.
Where have you been? I only sat
Well, I've been having while I was shopping. I had dinner with the wife and watched the show with the wife. You know.
What
What'd you
show
watch?
did you watch?
Which watch?
Oh, she's into the masked singer stuff.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
That mask, yeah. And so we sit there and start trying to guess. Guess. We have no clue. So, anyways, and then people they bring
who
up
was
like,
it?
who are they?
Are
Yeah,
they supposed
some
to be
dude
famous?
some dude named Drake Bell. I guess he's some Nickelodeon dude way back in the 20s. Okay, all right, yeah, all right, yay. I have been waiting in my wife to get home from Mexico. Oh, Mexico. So
You're going to Mexico?
no, Wag's waiting for his wife to get home from Mexico.
Ah, okay.
I've been to Agua Prieta, and that is as far as I'll go because it's just right across the border from Douglas, Arizona. So I'm in running distance. So I won't go any deeper.
Hey, you can't do that in the summertime though.
Oh,
You'll
anyways,
get picked up.
I will. You don't want to believe how many people coming to speak in Spanish. I have to sit there and go, Poquito Español. Poquito Español.
Yeah.
So,
Iowa, dude. Iowa.
well, that's where they're all running to. It's the Midwest.
No, I know. I'm saying you're from Iowa. You got to just start telling
So-
people Iowa.
I'm not from Iowa. My family's from Iowa. I'm born and raised here in Arizona.
Iowa.
The
Tell
great
them,
state.
just tell them you're an Iowegian and go on.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Oh, man.
Blow their minds.
Yeah, and I did. I got profiled one time. So I remember that a police officer did pull me over because I did a wide turn following the person in front of me who did a wide turn. And he pulled me over, landscape outfit and all that. And then he came up to the front of the door and then he started speaking Spanish to me. And I'm like, I don't speak Spanish. And I showed him my license, Brian Cox. So anyways, but he still busted me because I forgot to put my seatbelt on, so I had to.
Oh,
Anyways, so yeah, that was a nice little fine. But oh well.
yeah. I was
Yeah.
driving to visit my mom. We were living in Oklahoma City at the time, and driving out to my mom's house in West Texas, and it was about 1:30, 2 o'clock, and I'm driving in a Ford Aerostar minivan, and it had the bench seats that laid out
Yeah.
out into a full bed, and my son Kyle was sacked out in the back. He was what, maybe 8, 9, 10 years old, somewhere along in there. He's sacked out in the back in a sleeping bag, and I'm just cruising along. I'm not speeding. I'm doing the speed limit, and DPS drives by, whips around, pulls me over, and says, the basic where are you going to, where are you coming from, type of thing. And the reason why he pulled me over is because both lamps on my rear license plate were out.
Oh yeah.
And that's a probable cause, because especially down there, people running, running the drugses. So he shined his light into the back, and it's like, what's that lump in the sleeping bag? That lump is my son, sir. He can't be back there without a seatbelt. Shit.
There you
So
go.
$150 ticket later.
Yeah.
Like, buddy, you got to come up here and sit in the front seat. Sorry.
Man. So I don't know those police officers, man. Yeah.
He was nice about it. He was nice about
Yeah.
it. So,
Oh,
But
I'm just jabbing McMurray right now. You know, the
Well,
pig in the
besides he-
corner over there. Oh,
besides, he was DPS. He wasn't a local yokel. He was state bear. Charles says he's never ever going back to Mexico.
Mexico.
Well, sometimes I have to drive through Mexico to get to Kansas City.
Anyways,
That's
No,
Mexico, Missouri, the home of Graf Shooting Sports. That's one of the
Seriously, there's a
most fun places
Mexico,
on earth
Missouri?
to go.
Yes, it's about an
it's
hour
a
and a
town
half
in
from
Mexico,
here.
huh?
An hour and a half
wow.
from here. I
Yeah,
have to
you
drive
go
through
out-
it.
Wow.
Yeah, Brian. So you go out
I guess
70.
some.
When you hit Highway 54 at Kingdom City, you turn north. You'll go through Alvaz, Shamrock, and the next big one is Mexico.
Yep. I pick up
Wow,
54
some border.
just north of. I pick up 54 7 miles north of town here, and just follow it
Hell
through
yeah.
Louisiana. I got to drive through Louisiana also.
It's Louisiana.
Mexico,
Louisiana.
Missouri.
Louisiana, yeah.
So Mexico, Missouri.
Yeah.
Yep. Right? Smack dab. I believe that might be the county seat of Audrain County.
I think it is. Yeah.
So some border crosser was homesick and
Something like that. But see, if I stay on 54, they'll take me all the way to El Paso. Well, it does that, but eventually it gets you to Mexico
Oh, there you go. Perfect.
in El Paso.
Twice. Twice. Yeah.
Because the south end of 54 is El Paso. The north end is in Griggsville, which is just about 30 minutes north of where I live here.
If you hop onto 44, you can get to Nevada also.
Yeah, you can get to Nevada on 44.
No, Nevada, Missouri.
I know
Forget
that.
the
I
state.
know.
The state's
Yeah.
dumb. We like the city. It's a town.
Where's Versailles?
For sales, also
Yeah,
in Missouri.
Isn't it down in that area though?
Yeah, there's also a Versailles, Illinois, though, that's a lot closer.
There is a Versailles. There's also a Marseilles.
There is a
Illinois.
Marseilles. Yep.
Jay had to go to Marseilles on a regular basis when he was still in the National Guard.
Oh, I'm sure.
Which,
Yeah.
I told him when I was having CJ3, and I said, "Hey, guess what? I don't have to do.
Trill.
I don't have to check the drill schedule."
Yeah. There, now he
So-
just has to check the oh shit, I own a business schedule. But yeah.
Holy
Yeah,
crap.
well,
That's out of nowhere, Mexico, Missouri.
No, it's not in the middle of nowhere.
no, I'm in the middle of nowhere.
There's Columbia, Missouri, right?
Mexico's
Yeah,
got a Walmart, dog.
Yeah,
What?
Yeah, Mexico has a Walmart. It's right off the highway.
and it's a big
Oh,
Walmart
and there's
too.
It is a big Walmart. Yeah.
And I'm cruising the Google Maps here, and I'm in Vandiver.
Vandiver, yeah. Well, you keep
Vandiver?
going west, you'll hit Centralia.
Yeah,
Missouri
Centralia
Military Academy in Mexico.
Centralia is where my great uncle was massacred.
Yep.
Centralia?
Yep.
How far west do I need to go?
About 35, 40 minutes,
Oh, there's Centralia. Okay.
depending on
That's
how fast you drive. If you keep going east on 54, you'll cross the Mississippi at Louisiana, and we're just south of there, in Pleasant Hill, Illinois. What's interesting about Pleasant Hill is that if you're driving south on 96 into town, population is 1,000. If you're driving north on 96 into town, it's a population of 996.
Yeah, there's Pittsfield.
Yep, that's where I work.
Yeah. Golly, man, you guys are just, oh well. Well, Hannibal, isn't that a pretty big town?
Who? What?
Hannibal? Hannibal?
Hannibal, yeah.
Hannibal,
Yeah, that's
Hannibal, Missouri. Yeah.
Hannibal is where Mark Twain's from.
Accurate.
You gotta go way over to Kirksville to see where my cousins are.
Chris Long says, I like that size is determined by if you have a Walmart.
Hell yeah, dude.
Yep.
Next closest Walmart's in Fulton, I think.
Bowling Green.
I'm sorry, to Mexico. My bad.
No, to Mexico is Bowling Green.
Is it?
Yeah.
How far is Mexico to Bowling Green?
Well, no, I guess you're right. Yeah, because Bowling Green is at 54 and 61, so that's about 45 minutes.
Yeah, Fulton's closer.
Yeah.
Right.
Well, no, Troy's down 61. I'm sorry. Yeah. Troy's down 61.
Oh, Clarinda to St. Louis is a 5-hour trip.
Where?
Clarinda, Iowa to St. Louis. It's 5 hours. Wow.
There you go.
Gotta go through Kansas City, then head over that way. Interesting.
Where in Iowa?
Clarinda. CLAR.
Nebraska. Damn.
INDA. It's in the far southwest corner of Iowa, just south of Omaha, Nebraska, on the other side of the river.
Okay.
Clarinda. That is where my whole family, mom and dad and all.
Clarinda, Iowa.
Yep. There's a farm. They have a baseball farm system there, farm league, and that's where Ozzie Smith started his career.
Okay, so it's you'd probably take it if you're going up 29. You would take the Nebraska City or the Hamburg exit and go east.
Yeah, all I'm seeing is 71, always down to Kansas City, and then from Kansas City, fly on by on 70.
So Maryville, Missouri, is where Northwest Missouri State is, and that's
where my cousins are.
That's where that's the university that I went to the Science Bowl when I went to high school with Joel, and we were on the same bus and we didn't know each other, and then 20 years later we start gaming together.
Yeah. That's cool, because that's where my cousin Carrie lives, and her family is in Maryville. And Nanette's in Omaha, and Amber's in Kirksville, Missouri.
Kirksville's not 5.5 hours. You can go to Kirksville.
Yeah. Well, you really want me to show my face over there, huh?
And Charles says Arizona is in the middle of nowhere.
Charles, who said that?
Charles.
That's a freaking Californian. Don't listen to him.
Nordic says, Wag, in my immediate vicinity, there are 5 to 6 pizza places. I've got one fairly decent pizza joint here in Pittsfield. I won't go to the other Italian restaurant because it's owned by a sleazebag from New Jersey. And he's not a sleazebag because he's from New Jersey. He's just a sleazebag that just happens to be from New Jersey.
That'll happen.
5 hours. Scala says 5 hours gets you halfway across Seattle.
We don't got Gila monsters. Mm-hmm.
Who doesn't have Gila monsters?
Charles is saying he doesn't. San Diego.
Oh, I was about to say, dude, Arizona is nothing but Gila monsters. It's Brian, Gila monsters. It's Brian, Gila Monsters, and
Mhm.
Navajo.
And Scorpion.
Got the hay.
Oh,
That's all I
definitely
know in
Scorpion.
Navajo. That's all I know in Navajo is got the hay. Got the hay. Oh. But don't say that to them because, unless you're a Navajo, it's okay.
Oh, here's a
It
good.
just means hi.
That's a good question. Who is your favorite Star Trek captain?
Geronimo.
A, he wasn't a captain. B, is not Star Trek.
Well, we were talking Navajo and all that, but he wasn't Navajo either.
Wasn't he? What? Apache?
Cochise. Yeah, Apache, Cochise are the same, pretty much the same.
Yeah.
Chiricahua. Yeah. Anyway,
I would have to
He
say
was
my favorite Star Trek captain has got to be Captain Kirk. With the new Pike done for Strange New Worlds, a close second.
mine would be Captain Morgan.
Not a bad choice. Not a bad choice. But why the rum? Oh, Scala Gremlin's got it. General Chang from Star Trek 4 or Star Trek 6. Yes. Plummer, Christopher Plummer. Yes.
Oh, the
Vulcan. Oh yeah.
Yeah, not the Vulcan. Whatever those guys are called.
Yeah, the turtle head.
Leons.
Yes,
Leons. Yeah. McMurray, I'm being mocked.
You're being what?
He's mocking me. Leon.
Yes, Gallic Gremlin. I screwed up. I know he's a Klingon, a turtle head. Fucking Mutt said Vulcan, and that's what it was in my brain. Jackass. Nord says he's going with Captain Picard, but that's because he grew up with Next Generation. I also like Cisco, but he isn't a captain for the entire show. Well, see, that's the thing is he's the commanding officer, and I mean you could technically say that the space station is a ship, so since he's the commander, he would be the captain.
Not necessarily. You can be in charge of a ship and not be a captain.
But you're still called captain. You're still the captain of the ship. Even if you're a lieutenant commander or a commander, if you're the CO of the ship, you're still called captain of the ship.
Well, except for that it's a long time ago in a galaxy far, far away, so it's entirely possible you'd be the master.
Except Star Trek's the other direction in the future.
Oh, then how the hell are we supposed to know what they're called?
Oh.
What about
just not green? Go ahead.
What about Cisco?
Yes, Cisco is who we're talking about from DS9.
Oh, okay.
The guy who sang the thong song?
Yes.
That's
No, Cisco. SISCO, not SIQO, or however he wrote
And
it.
then Philippa.
Who?
Captain Philippa.
Oh, Philippa from Discovery.
Yeah, that's by Michelle Yao, man. I haven't seen Discovery yet, so I didn't know she was in it. Huh.
It's okay. I mean, it's not great, but easy, Nord. Star Trek 2, followed closely by Star Trek 6, and then you can just stop watching the rest of them.
I got interrupted and I have to watch the other half of it, but I just started watching the HBO Max Dune series.
How's that? Do you like it?
Oh, so yeah, it starts off. It's pretty much starting from a Harkonnen point of view, and it's 10,000 years before Atreides was born, so they're going way back. But I'm only halfway through the first episode right now, and it's really, really good.
You are not wrong, Scala. The best Star Trek movie is Galaxy Quest. Absolutely correct.
Galaxy Quest.
Yeah.
I didn't know. Tim was a captain, man. Or what's his name? What's his name?
Tim Allen, the actor Tim Allen.
Yeah, Tim Allen. Sam.
Yeah.
Sam. Yeah.
No.
That's pretty funny there, Scala.
No. If you're talking about Sam from fucking
Scott Bakula?
Quantum Jump,
Bakula?
Scott Bakula, he is the captain of Enterprise.
He wasn't that bad. I watched a little bit.
I liked Enterprise. I liked Enterprise a lot. Well, see, Scala says here, favorite and best are two different questions, just like the favorite and best Star Wars for me is two different answers. Hold on.
Hi, Donna.
Okay, love you. Kisses.
Smack him around, Donna.
My favorite Star Wars movie is Star Wars. The best Star Wars movie is Empire Strikes Back. So
I heard they're coming out with a new trilogy now.
I don't know what the hell they're doing. We'll have to see. But yeah, my favorite
Bring
Star
Ridley
Trek.
back.
My favorite Star Trek movie is Star Trek 2.
Gone.
So
My favorite is Star Trek Episode 3. What do we do at McMurray?
You're killing me, Smalls. What the shit?
nice.
Killing me, small.
I mean, Nord, you're not wrong. Like I said, Empire Strikes Back is the best all-around Star Wars movie, but it's not my favorite Star Wars movie.
You can't hold me, Nordic.
I know. Nord says, McMurray, you want me to hold him while you kick and punch him?
Yeah, you can't move that fast, Nord. I'll be fine. Thank you, buddy. I appreciate it.
No,
I don't need to.
You see how fast he moves in that chair?
Oh, man, I glide.
I'll throw a stick in his spokes.
So we can do it tenderly.
Huh?
Yikes.
Oh, Nordic said if you hold me tenderly, if you held me gentle. We're going down a different road now, Nordic.
Yeah, never mind. You can do that part.
Yeah.
Yikes. Anyway.
Yeah, big yikes.
So.
Oh, that's right. I am a big yike.
We've gone over 2 hours. I think we're going to go ahead and wrap it up for the night. But thanks for
Holiday
us at the end of it. At the end here.
Yeah, sure. Up in
Truly
10 minutes.
enjoy you coming on and interjecting yourself. McMurray, as always, thanks for being here.
Always good talk about all kinds of stuff. I mean, we talked about various scales, including Reese making a mistake, Nord making a wonderful decision. Talked rules. We talked a little bit of game prep and game planning. It's good.
Yeah, it's a good show.
We're rocking and rolling it.
And I want to thank everybody out there, all of the mics that are out there, all of the Chris's that are out there.
The one and only Paul, everybody.
Yeah, Paulie, we love
Charles,
you, buddy.
Doug, everybody.
Yeah, Charles, Doug, Scala.
Yeah, we had some pretty good attendance, especially straight off the bat, man. Like, we logged on, and damn, everybody is in here.
Yep, that's why I say that this group, best group of people on the internet.
Hey, somebody write it down. Jay, you hear that? There it is, Jay. You finally got him.
Yep. My brother is part of that group.
Oh.
So, but all right, guys. Tomorrow night, I'm probably going to be hopping on to do some painting. So,
Okay. Aww.
Yeah. Okay. War Swifty.
Who?
He was making the little
McMurray. You.
thing, like you know, or
Yeah, I showed my mug there. Just you missed out.
Oh,
Right?
because he loves Taylor Swift so much.
yeah, well, you know, he's
No.
a
Because
Kansas
of my-
City Swiftie. He's a Kansas City
my
Swiftie
hair.
fan.
He is. That's fair. I heard he likes football now because Taylor Swift's boyfriend plays for that team.
Right, yeah.
It's my little pressure.
That's your blood pressure thing for when you gotta say
Yeah.
goose from.
Dude, how do you watch the Chiefs games with your heart condition?
Bob. Well, it's fine. It's the playoffs when like I said, I didn't mind them losing because that took the pressure of the end of the season off them.
I think you're right.
So we'll see how it goes now. But anyways, why don't we end the show so we can stop seeing Nordic's chats?
Oh, hey, the Raiders are okay, except they suck.
They suck.
I mean, there's
Thursday night
worse
football,
teams out
too.
there, like
Yeah.
Philadelphia and Pittsburgh.
The Rams.
The Rams. Well, the only reason why you hate the Rams is because of Kroenke,
Accurate. But
and
he owns them.
that's a fair reason to hate.
So fuck them. Yeah.
Yeah. So,
Yeah, I
anyway,
question Charles and his taste in music, man. He likes that metal music from Japan.
dude, Finnish metal.
I think the last rocking metal the Japanese had came out of a B-29, didn't it?
Yeah.
There you go.
That's the ultimate bass drop right there.
Exactly. The portable sun.
Heard that shit in
Yeah.
Korea.
So, all right, boys.
Yes.
So I'm gonna go ahead and let
Wow.
y'all
Wow.
go. Thank y'all all. Y'all have a great night. Be on the lookout for when I hop on tomorrow night. Probably around 8:00 again over there in the Discord channel. So until next time, we'll see you on the flip side.